Hello, this is J Mike, and today I'm going to talk about using the principle of but therefores in your solo role-playing games. What's the principle of but and therefore? Well, I'm going to read it here. It was invented by the creators of South Park, Trey Parker and Matt Stone. And quoting Trey Parker is the following. I call it the rule of replacing ands with either buts or therefores. And so it's always like, this happens, then this happens, and then this happens. Whenever I can go back in the writing and change that to, this happens, therefore this happens, but this happens. Whenever you can replace your ands with buts or therefores, it makes for a better writing. So, this principle is, as I just quoted, for writing stories. But it's really useful for your solo role playing, like especially improvisational. How can you use it? Let's say, okay. So, for example, you have your character, let's say it's a fighter, and you say, my fighter comes into a bar. And then you can use different challenges, I don't know. For example, but an orc tries to backstab him, but he doesn't have money. But he stumbles upon an old nemesis. I don't know. Then you use the part of the therefore, right? For example, we just go with the three examples. So an orc tries to stab him. Therefore, well, you can fight. You can try to fight. And roll your encounters. So normally, depending what system you're playing. Therefore, he avoids it and tries to talk with the orc and invite him a beer or something, or whatever, right? And let's go with the other examples. But he doesn't have money. Then, therefore, he will start an arm wrestling contest to get some coin. Pay with loot, like swords or shields that he have loot from the last dungeon or something. Or therefore, he can go to the barman and say, I'm going to pay you with the best story you ever heard. Right? And the last example, he stumbles upon his nemesis, maybe someone that he knows the villain, or someone that was always his rival as a fighter, or in the, I don't know, training academy or whatever fighters are made nowadays. And he sees his nemesis, like, for example, if you were Ash Ketchum, he will see Gary Oak, and then you says, therefore he tries to avoid him. Therefore he greets him, trying to hide that he really dislikes him. Or therefore he challenged him to a duel, etc. You see? So the possibilities are limitless. And even if you're playing a model, when you see that it's not progressing, you can use this. You just can come with a but challenge, right? And continue with it, therefore. It's very useful for solo role-playing because it's just yourself. You have to... because it's just yourself, you don't have to give reasons of why you're doing what you're doing. But I guess it also will work to plan adventures for a group. Just put a lot of bots, I think, over if you're improvising. And, well, as I said, it works for everything, right? From social encounters to fights to whatever. And it even helps you think out of the box. If you think, as I did my examples, you can play solo and think 3 alternatives of how to solve challenge instead of always fighting, for example. And well, that's it for today. I hope this was helpful for someone out there. And don't forget to like and subscribe and keep rolling those dice. Goodbye.